Welcome back to Fine Tech. This is part 2 of our iPhone 16 and 16 Pro coverage, and today we're focusing on what many of you have probably noticed: Apple hasn't really changed much this time around. If you're wondering whether it's worth upgrading, we're here to break down why this generation feels a lot like, well, last year's iPhone. Let's start with the design. If you're holding an iPhone 16, you'd be hard-pressed to tell it apart from the iPhone 15 at first glance. The overall look, size, and even the layout of the cameras are almost identical. Apple has stuck with the same sleek form factor that we've seen for a few years now. Sure, the iPhone 16 is slightly slimmer, but for most people, this isn't going to feel like a drastic change in your hand. If you were hoping for a bold, new design or major visual upgrade, this generation might leave you a little underwhelmed. Performance-wise, the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro come with the A18 Bionic chip, which is technically faster and more efficient. But the truth is, the average user isn't going to notice a massive difference in day-to-day use compared to last year's A17. Yes, apps open a bit quicker, and gaming performance is slightly better, but unless you're pushing the limits of your phone with resource-heavy tasks, these improvements might feel more like tweaks than a game changer. Now let's talk cameras. The iPhone 16 Pro still has that impressive 48MP sensor, but if you were hoping for significant upgrades, you might be disappointed. Apple's added a few minor improvements in low-light performance and telephoto zoom on the Pro model, but overall, the camera setup is strikingly similar to what we saw in the iPhone 15. For most users, unless you're comparing photos side by side, the differences are pretty subtle. Don't get me wrong, the camera is still excellent, but it's more of the same. Of course, there are some new features worth mentioning. The Pro models come with a brighter display and some exclusive iOS 18 features like improved widgets and new AR capabilities. Battery life has seen a small boost, but it's nothing revolutionary. These are nice to haves, but again, they don't make the iPhone 16 feel like a brand new experience. If you're upgrading from the iPhone 14 or earlier, these features might stand out more. But for iPhone 15 users, you'll probably notice how little has changed. So, the big question: is it worth upgrading? If you're rocking an older iPhone, say the iPhone 13 or earlier, then sure, the iPhone 16 or 16 Pro could be a solid upgrade. You'll get all the modern features that come with iOS 18, improved cameras, and faster performance. But if you're coming from the iPhone 15, the differences are minimal. Unless you're a tech enthusiast who needs to have the latest model, you might want to hold off until Apple makes a bigger leap in innovation. Right now, it feels like they're playing it safe. And that's our take on the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro solid phones, but nothing groundbreaking. If this video helped you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from Fine Tech. Are you upgrading or sticking with your current phone? Let us know in the comments below.